elevator tries to bring you down. Go crazy.
Still with it, fire scores! Power plays over center, score! At the horn. He's having trouble changing here. McDavid, beautiful move.
Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Search for the purple banana before they burn us in the truck. We're all excited. We don't know why.
Ovechkin fires, he scores! Farewell, Phil! Ovechkin moves past the great Esposito.
What's it all for?
This year, who will it be?
Before the Grim Reaper come knocking at your door. And now we gotta let the elevator break us down. So let's go crazy. Let's get nuts.
Stop it! He lost sight of me! Greg Smith, the wraparound! It's over! Greg Smith is the Bruins lead the series!
Let's get nuts.
Hello everybody, I'm Grant Flood from Fletcher Sports Zone, and welcome back to the Powerskateshow, Season 5, Episode 6. Alex and I are back from our 3-week hiatus. We are back recapping some more hockey news. Teams are clinching playoff spots. The regular season only has 2 weeks left. So hope you guys enjoy the show, and don't worry, we will hopefully be more free during the playoffs, doing some more live commentaries in our weekly program. But without further ado, let's introduce Alex Stossel.
Well, you know, we gotta play it! Huh. Powerskate's back! Tell our friends! Guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back, guess... Alrighty, how's it going, everyone? We are back by popular demand. We're back by popular demand. Yeah, lots of news to talk about, and yeah. You know, last time I checked, Grant, it has been 3 weeks since you and I have done a show together, and yeah, we've been totally busy with school. Home stretch for the 2021-2022 school year, and yeah, we appreciate you guys understanding what's up from us, and and yeah, and since his playoffs are coming along, it's now we now have to take the advantage of what we got here. Alright, let's do some advertising. We're gonna do something different. You guys won't see us, but you guys will see our shared screen. Alright, cool. Oh, hold on, bear with us. Alrighty. So you guys know what to do. You guys have to follow Powerskateshow best in the game. Let's get to 1.5 K followers. You also go get the merch as well. Last time I checked, we have not have a single buyer. So whoever's watching and is interested to get some power skating, go into the Instagram and there's a link right here. Feel free to have some merch. And finally, you're required to follow Fluster Sports Zone.
Back on the road to
How could you not? Yes, 2.0. But don't worry, it'll happen. Best in the game, no cap. Anyway, let's head back to the Powerskateshow. And first off, we're just gonna start really simple. We got a ton of nostalgia of the weeks, man. We got a ton.
A lot of nostalgias over the past while. Oh my god.
You know, first off, we're gonna take a moment to remember Eugene Melnick, who passed away at the age of 62. But you know what? Here's what I'm gonna say. This we knew from what happened in the past from Eugene Melnick with like tons of rumors of
relocation
of this. Yeah, tons of relocation, some like financial issues. He may not be the most popular person in Ottawa. Like no offense, but like from other Sens fans that I've watched said that word for word. They should remember him as saving the team in Ottawa.
That's right. Yep, they almost went bankrupt in 2003. Eugene Melnick buys them up. They make the playoffs the following year. And, well, yeah, Ottawa may not be a great franchise now. They did have a cup appearance under Melnick and a bunch of Eastern Conference Finals appearances. Yeah, the guy, wasn't necessarily the wisest GM in the league or owner. But at the same time, we're talking about a man who passed away, and kind of in a moment like this, you kind of have to forget about all that negative stuff that's of course happened in the past and just got realized on the positives and the impact he had on the city of Ottawa. And of course, that's what many Senators fans should be doing until the rest of the season.
Yeah, look, Eugene, So here's the question now. With Eugene gone, what's the future for Ottawa?
Oh, I would have no idea. Some billionaire in Canada 100% is buying the Senators. I'm gonna assume someone in Ottawa will. Maybe someone in Montreal or Toronto or Quebec, something like that. I don't think Ottawa's getting relocated, though. I don't think that's going to happen. Again, if a team's going to get relocated right now, it's Arizona. That's the NHL's top priority. So,
yeah,
Ottawa's staying there for at least another 15 years, no problem, I think. They just got to find that next owner. And, if they play as good as they were in the middle of the 2010s, guess what? They're going to maintain a pretty large fan base. May not win the cup per se, but go on a couple of deep playoff runs. That's going to make the fan base happy. It'll also disappoint them when they eventually lose, but it's going to make them happy for the most part. It's going to build fan revenue and, fan... Basically, yeah, it's going to be good for the fans in the city, so I wouldn't worry about that, Ottawa. You'll be back.
Yeah. now we got our nostalgia of the week, and let's give a hip hip hooray to Ladislav Smeed. Kinda, right?
Kinda, sorta.
Who-
I don't know.
who-
He was an average defenseman, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Yeah,
he
he-
played
he-
on the Oilers and Flames for his career.
Yeah. Yeah, Ladislav Smeed, he's a good defenseman. I would say he was well known in his time with the Edmonton Oilers, at the
Yeah.
start of his career.
Yep.
Alright, moving on. Wild re-signed Alex Goligoski to a 2-year, $2 million annual average value.
Alex Goligoski, good player. I think that this was a pretty good extension. They are not breaking the bank at all. They're getting a pretty solid player for their second or third pairing defenseman for a cheap cost, so can't really complain there.
Yeah, like Goligoski, he's a good. He's an okay defenseman, but he's most likely gonna be your your middle pair to bottom pair defenseman.
Right.
That's pretty much it. All right, now moving on. Kane Keller, he's out for the remainder of the season, and last time I checked, they're dead last in the NHL standings.
Well, regarding the Keller injury, that was an awful leg injury he suffered. His entire leg just bent backwards. That was horrible. As for Keller himself this season, didn't have a bad year. 63 points in 67 games. He played pretty well for the most part. It's just kind of unfortunate that the season had to end abruptly because of a pretty tragic knee injury. But hopefully, he'll be back sometime during the offseason, get some practices in, and will be ready to go for next season. Injury was gruesome, though, so it definitely won't. It'll be a while before he gets fully healthy, I would assume.
Yeah. Alright, next. Oh, what is going on? But we'll say Leafs goaltender Pierre Mrazek will miss 6 weeks with a groin injury suffered Tuesday against the Bruins. He will finish the regular season. And if something's wrong with the picture, we'll just say next if you want.
Yeah, I was doing that Bruins Maple Leafs game on my channel, commentating in. He suffered a lower body injury midway through the first period. No one really knew what was up with him, but he's out the rest of the regular season. He might be back for the playoffs, though.
And now we got a big one. We're gonna miss RJ in the booth.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good win by the Sabres, too. I mean, thank goodness they won. They beat Nashville 4-3 on the night where they were retiring his banner. No commentator in Buffalo history will be as iconic as this man was. This guy has been with the team since the team was founded in 1971, and although he didn't commentate every game of every year for about half a decade now, he's stuck around. Even when this team was god-awful, he stuck around, did his job, came up with new analogies, had fun doing his job, is fantastic interacting with the fans, and truly a hockey legend in regards of not necessarily a player or coach, but in the commentary referee type aspect of legendary part of the game. And definitely RJ, one of my many inspirations in sports broadcasting. So he definitely deserves his retirement.
Yeah, like Rick Jenner, he probably one you can debate about being like the best broadcaster of all time, but you cannot debate being the best hockey broadcaster in the world. but like to have that debate, you can debate like some like old commentators like what's his face from like Hockey Night Canada
Yeah, like Don Cherry.
no it's he said like hello Canada hockey fans, United States and Newfoundland, that guy
Oh, yeah, I'm blanking on his name, but I mean, when you talk about great hockey commentators, you have Doc Emmerich, and that's the main one you're basically trying to compete with, I would say, and Jenner, he's right up there with him in terms of an iconic legacy in the commentary booth. Sure, he was only commentating locally for a team, but again, when you do it for 50 years, that's still incredible no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, and also one thing that I would like to point out is Pat Foley, who's also retired, which I'll give him a round of applause for that. I did not do a game alert because I was too lazy, but yeah, like Pat Foley, you can also debate, but like what is he pretty much like known for? Like the only words that like we know about Pat Foley is his win call when he said like Hawks win. But
Well, he got a couple other ones, but also he was doing it for about 30 years when he's been doing it for 50. I think that's what the argument you need to make is Foley got to commentate, cup wins and team success. Jenneret's stuck with who's been awful for the past 15 years, and he should continue to commentate their games and just have fun with it. He's like, you know what, this is my job. I love my job. I don't care what the team is. That's just his mindset. And again, the fact that he had such a huge role in the fan base and such a huge role in just the team in general. I mean, you cannot talk about some of the classic Sabre moments without bringing up Rick Jenneret's name. You just can. I mean, you have Mayday, 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 and he shoots it where the mother hides the cookies. You have those legendary calls coming from this man who, again, was commentating since 5 years after the original 6 era ended. Like, that's incredible.
yeah, and you have these iconic lines like top shelf where Mama hides the cookies, la 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 Fontaine for
That
when
too
Pat.
is the other famous one.
Yeah, and when McGillney scores Alexander the Great, there's an example to that. And like we're going to overtime, and these guys are good, scary good. That was when the Sabres were like relevant in the early 2000s. And oh brother, we are not worthy when like either Ryan Miller or Dominic Hasek makes miraculous saves. Mayday, Mayday.
This line he says that we both haven't said yet. I'm trying to think of it. There's like one legendary line he always says that I'm not thinking of right now.
It's what is it? It's
I had him.
No!
And then it's gone. Oh no.
It's I know what it is. It's
Oh, gotta use my brain. Let's.
Well, I'm thinking guys was Stu Barnes. That went when Stu Barnes
No,
gets.
Maxime Veneganov. It was that one. Whenever he was
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was just emphasizing O and Veneganov.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, here's the issue for Keith Yandel. Healthy scratched. This dude was healthy scratched to end his Ironman streak with 989 consecutive games because Mike Yo, with the reasoning states, is that they want to have an eye on the future.
Mike, yo, what are you doing? Haha, full pun intended. Anyway, this was stupid. I'm sorry. When a guy is so close to starting 1,000 career games and you're already out of the playoff race, I get what he's saying, but he's clearly being quite rude and quite honestly annoying about it. You know this guy's ready to set a record like this and you're gonna bench him for really no other reason than, oh, we can play AHL guys. Well, isn't that what training camp is for? And the AHL in the preseason next year? Doesn't make sense to me, really. If a guy, if he was only playing like 300 straight games or whatever, and he's, your average defenseman, well, okay, whatever, you can get away with making him a healthy scratch. When you're 11 games away from setting 1,000 straight games, you're going to look like a jerk. And everyone in the hockey universe thought, Mike, you are clearly being selfish and ignorant. Why aren't you letting Keith Yandel set this accomplishment? Not that Yandel's going to be on the Flyers next year anyway. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like Keith Yandel, he should have get that milestone. Like I get that Flyers fans are begging for Cam York to play more because they feel like he's gonna be an NHL caliber defenseman within the next 2 or 3 years. I get it. You guys also have Igor Zamula that you've also wanted to have him be in the NHL. You got more guys. Or you should have traded like Yandel at the trade deadline to like anywhere that needs defensive help.
Yep.
Alright. Anyway, rant's done on a good day. Monahan's out for the 2021-22 season as he goes undergo hip surgery.
That just sucks for Calgary because obviously they're in the playoffs now and losing their second line center is never ideal, but I think they'll manage.
Yeah. Alright, next up. Gustav Forsling scored an overtime game winner when the Panthers were down 6-2 by the Devils.
Yep, that's New Jersey for you. That's been New Jersey's season, blowing 6-2 leads. I can't say I'm surprised.
And no surprise because Maple Leafs defeated the Flyers 6-3 on the day that Keith Yandel was healthy scratched.
Now, does Keith Yandel play a difference in this game? Absolutely not, but that still doesn't mean anything. It's why benching Yandel is even more stupid. You gotta win after doing something like that.
Yeah. And also Wayne Simmons and Zach McEwen had the fight, so...
Oh, well, there we go.
And speaking of technically Philadelphia, well, with the picture, but Jonathan Huberdeau sets the franchise single-season record in 97 points as they defeat Buffalo. Give it up to Jonathan Huberdeau, ladies and gentlemen.
Huberdeau's been on a tear, reaching triple digits. Panthers looking like they're going to end up being the 1 seed in the East. I don't know who's going to catch them right now. There's a few teams close. I don't think anyone will catch them. Crazy to think the Panthers are likely going to be the top seed in the East this year, but you know what? They've deserved it. And getting a guy like Claude Giroux that establishes, hey, we're a force to be reckoned with. We're not a first-round exit, so props on them.
Yeah, let's hope. Center Josh Norris scored his first career hat trick on his 30th goal of the season and first win on home ice after Eugene Melnick's passing.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to represent Melnick, and also a good way for Norris to reach 30 goals. Definitely a career year for him.
Hold on. I gotta add something, but anyway, Schneider is back. Our nostalgia of the week, basically.
Nostalgia of the week for week 2.
Yeah, Islanders nostalgia of the week. First win since the 1920 season, making 27 saves over his former team, the New Jersey Devils.
I mean, that's bad. You allow. So if you're New Jersey, that means in back-to-back games you blew a 6-2 lead to the Panthers, and you let your old goalie come in your building and win his first game since he was with your team 2 years ago. That's bad. I think Schneider got called down back after this game anyway, but props on him for winning. Did his job.
Yeah. What's next? Mr. Draisaitl has scored a second career 50 goal year in his 8-year NHL career as they defeat the Anaheim Ducks 6-1.
Obviously a route win there. Congrats on Draisaitl for reaching 50 for the second time.
And let's see. We got pretty much a former nostalgia. Tyler Ennis will be out for the remainder of the season due to an upper body injury, and that's because why? At the early of the season, I said you're 2011 NHL All-Star, but he did not last very long.
No. He was another one who I'm sure Rick Jarrett liked to call on Sabre games, considering he was one of like 6 decent players on those terrible Sabre teams. So, but anyway, he was doing okay with Ottawa this year, and it just sucks to see him get hurt.
Yeah. All right, now we're gonna get some Bruins news. Grant, seems like you're happy that they beat Tampa Bay. Have at it, my friend.
Oh, yeah, this was the game. Okay, so this was the April 5th game, which was on a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. It was on a Tuesday. So this was the game where... No, Pasternak game. So the Russ scored 2 in this one. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was the overtime winner against the Blue Jackets. I don't know why I was thinking this game was against Tampa Bay. I'm getting ahead of myself here. This was the game against Columbus a couple weeks back. DeBrusk scored with like 3 minutes left in overtime off a pretty good assist by Marchand, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, yeah, good Bruins win. Pretty sure Ullmark got the win in that one too. So, yeah, it was good. Good win.
All right, next. I wish if you guys could see us do a standing ovation, but you guys know that we're standing up. But anyway, Mr. Getzlaf will retire after this season. Over 1,000 points, over 700 career assists, 2007 Stanley Cup champion, and a 2-time gold medal winner.
Did someone say Hall of Fame? Because that's where he's going.
Yep. Next up.
We love to have the Hall of Fame debates on this show, of course. Ryan Getzlaf, it ain't even a debate, it's a straight up fact.
Yeah. Next up, he's going to Toronto.
That's right.
And now, Bears, we got some AHL news, Grant.
There we go, and then you can take this one away.
Alright. Cody Clark has defeated the Bridgeport Islanders 3-2 in overtime, and they became the first AHL team to record over 3,000 wins in team history dating back in 1932 as their first professional season. I gotta tell you, Cody Clark, he should be NHL ready at some point soon.
Capitals got another good player for their third line. Oh no.
But don't worry, we'll see how it goes. Congrats to the Bears for getting 3,000 wins. And yeah, let's get another 3,000, which that's gonna be in about like 2084.
Literally.
And Claude Giroux, another comeback for the Panthers.
Yep,
It was
this was a 5-1 blown lead by the Maple Leafs in the third period.
yeah, I highlighted it for a reason.
Yep. And then the Panthers won 7-6 in overtime. Steve Dangle raged the next day, and everyone just loved life. But literally, this is why I'm concerned about Toronto. They can't finish off good teams. Right now, if the playoffs start tomorrow, they're playing Tampa Bay. I don't think they can beat Tampa Bay. And I certainly don't think they can beat Florida after not only the Panthers won the regular season, the head-to-head record-wise, but this is the last game they're playing against each other in the regular season. And to be up 5-1, and even if they won in overtime, it's still embarrassing that the game even went into overtime. To actually lose that game, I don't know where you go from here for Toronto. Defense is getting slightly better, but it just shows that the offense can really slow down late in games, and you just hate to see that.
Yeah. Alright. Next, we got our returning nostalgia of the week, Marian Hossa, as he will have his number 81 retired. Oh yeah, he announced his retirement. Give it up for Marian Hossa. I thought that we talked about him last week. The last show, but I just realized that we've been out for quite a while. He's announcing his retirement, but we will get to even better for Marian Hossa.
What I don't get is that Hossa's already in the Hall of Fame, so why did he have to retire as a Blackhawk? That I don't get, but congrats to him anyway.
Yeah. Hughes will be out for the remainder of the season due to an MCL sprain.
That sucks for Hughes. Having a great season in his third season. Did well. He really did well this year. Of course, made the All-Star game, and him and Nico Hischier, I wouldn't necessarily sleep on that. That's a good young pairing in New Jersey. Unfortunately, New Jersey needs about a brand new roster, literally, other than those two and Suryanovich. But I give them credit where credit's due. They improved, and the young players are finally showing their true potential, which is very nice.
Yeah, like Hughes, he had an all-star season, but he was injured at the start of the season, and unfortunately his season was out early and because of an MCL sprain. And now we got some story time, Grant. Story time about the Humboldt Broncos 4-year anniversary. Can't believe it's been 4 years.
No, I can't either.
It's crazy that that's been 4 years. Oh, they're pretty much our kids. Not our kids, but like high school kids who are on that bus.
Right.
As I'm looking, I'm gonna go down the list on like how old they were at that time, if you would mind me doing. As I look, apologize for a while. And I do not remember what happened when I was there, but we got another story time that we will get to, which is a returning nostalgia of the week only on once a year basically, but something special on that. So, for the players, here the full list of the Humboldt Broncos. Logan Boulay, 21 years old from Lethbridge, Alberta. Adam Harold, 16. 16.
That's too young, man.
Yeah, from Montmarty, Saskatchewan. Logan Hunter, 18 from St. Albert, Alberta. Jackson Joseph, a 20-year-old from St. Albert, Alberta. Jacob Blake, 19-year-old from Humboldt, Saskatchewan. Sorry. Colin Lucan, a 21-year-old from Slave Lake, Alberta. The team captain Logan Schatz, 20-year-old from Allen, Saskatchewan. Evan Thomas, 18 years old from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Parker Tobin, 18-year-old from Stony Plain, Alberta. Stephen Wack, a 21-year-old from St. Albert, Alberta. Tyler Bieber, 29 years old. He's a play-by-play announcer from Humboldt, Saskatchewan. Daniel Bronze, 24-year-old athletic therapist from Lake Leonard, Saskatchewan. Mark Cross, assistant coach, 27 from Strasbourg, Saskatchewan. Glenn Dorkson, he's a bus driver, 59-year-old from Carrot River, Saskatchewan. And Darcy Hogan, the head coach, 42 years old from Humboldt, Saskatchewan. Brody Hins, team statistician from Humboldt, Saskatchewan, 18 years old.
That's just absolutely devastating.
Yeah. Alright, we got a good game alert to make it even better. Alex Ovechkin now has 1,400 points. And, I forgot to, play his goal song, but anyway, that's alright. We beat the Lightning. They were on a 2-game losing streak. So, yeah, that's pretty much a must-win for the Capitals. A must-win game. But don't worry. Carey Price is back.
Well, that's good. But he lost 3-0, but
hold on. Grant, do not say a word, but we will get to it. But good thing Carey Price is back. Doug Wilson is stepping down. San Jose would look to for the first time in 19 years.
Yeah, it shouldn't really be a surprise that everyone kind of sensed this was coming after last season. Just not in the right state of mind, and the Sharks clearly aren't in a contending window, so obviously Wilson's going to take the time and step away, and I don't know if he's going to necessarily come back, but I do think that the Sharks are going to find a pretty good GM to complete this rebuild. That's gone pretty successful so far, I would say.
Yeah. Now we have a returning nostalgia of the week. Marian Hossa. So the Blackhawks will retire number 81 next season at the United Center. Here's my issue. With that. Yeah, here's the positive side. Yes, he won 3 Stanley Cups with the team. Awesome. He was well known his time there. He lasted pretty much very, very long with the Blackhawks. Here's the problem. In 2009 to 2015, if you want to retire a player, basically, and just in my eyes, you should have someone who pretty much makes more achievements and pretty much more accomplishments, and pretty much you're like an all-time team. For example, if you want to retire from Chicago, yes, I know that they don't have many options going forward because there's less players, and I get why. I'll say that's a good idea, but like, is Marin Hossa a good pick to have his number retired? That's my question.
Well, you already know Taves and Kane are gonna be retired.
Obviously.
He's a flip of a coin. Corey Crawford's a flip of a coin, and Brent Seabrook's a flip of a coin. I look at Marian Hossa as a great player, NHL Hall of Famer. Is he retired? You know, should he be remembered as a Blackhawk? Well, he did spend 8 years there, 415 regular season points in 534 games. Is that enough? I don't know if 400 points is enough to get your jersey retired. Now, granted, again, I know you have 3 cups to that, and yes, Hossa was one of the top 5 players on all those playoff runs, but I don't know. I think it's a little too short of a career in Chicago to retire his jersey. Not that Hossa doesn't deserve it by any means, but at the same time, when you talk about, oh, we're going to retire this jersey and that jersey, Hossa, I don't know if I would have done that.
Yeah, but who should have been next? You gotta go with Ed Belfour for the Blackhawks.
No, Belfour, that's true.
Doug Wilson, Chris Chelios. This dude won Norris trophies with Chicago.
Yep.
Jeremy Roenick gets a flip of a coin. Eddie O's a flip of a coin.
You don't want to retire too many numbers either, because then that's just ridiculous. You're never going to be able to retire a number ever again. And that's where I kind of don't get it with Hossa. Like, I think there are other players or players who are retiring, like Caves, Tain, and Keith, who are more earning of doing so. So it kind of makes, I don't know, I don't like it.
Yeah. Alright, next. Well, guess who's back, Grant? Evander Kane.
Oh, yeah.
What did he do this time? Fined $5,000 for kneeing Sean Dursey.
That's a blatant knee right there. Knee on knee hit. Sucks that Kane hasn't learned his lesson. I mean, yeah, not as bad as he was last year in San Jose, especially off the ice, which is good. I mean, you rarely hear anything about Kane off the ice now, which is awesome. But same time, I don't know. He still hasn't necessarily polished up his cleanness on the ice, and you know it's just gonna be a work in progress. The league's gonna fine him $5,000, which I do agree with. That's the minimum, and just increase the on-ice suspensions and fines from here on, I guess.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Alright, next up is Kent Johnson. Is signed to a 3-year ELC coming from University of Michigan, and the Blue Jackets, as I go over here, have selected him as part of the April call-ups list.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think he's already played a few games, done pretty well. I don't know if he's scored a goal yet. I don't think he has. But Kent Johnson's got a good career ahead of him. He was one of those guys who I kind of figured was going to get called up once they got the ELC done. And, yeah, I guess just a wait and see approach from here.
Mm-hmm. Now, Alright, can you hear me, or?
Yep, you're good.
Alright, anyway, for the first time...
Didn't you, like, skip over a bunch?
Alright, I'm back. Alright, we'll just do it like this. Anyway, for the first time And Powerskateshow history, we talked about Hobie Baker Awards. And Jordan McKay has won the 2022 Hobie Baker Award.
Well, one is the deal. News broke out today, which we'll get to the news that broke out today, but kind of tainted now. Not gonna lie. Congrats to him regardless, but
I think he should get the crickets when we get to it, right?
oh yeah. We'll bring back the crickets.
Yes. Islanders right wing called Paul Mary scored a game-winning goal, 14 seconds remaining to give the Islanders 2-1 victory over the Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh, I should cue the car crash brass bonanza shot.
I gotcha. I think that should be for Freddie Anderson.
Oh, literally.
Or whoever was in net.
Probably was Anderson.
Yeah. Alright, we got another game alert. Another route for Bruins and Lightning. Coyle got the overtime game winner. And, yeah, the comments went nuts. So, Grant, I guess you could take it away on behalf of the comments for Powerskate.
Well, Bruins got 7 out of 8 potential points against the Lightning this year, which is pretty remarkable with this win. This was definitely in the top 5 of Allmark's best games this season, I would say. Lightning were just relentless throughout the third period, and he was just making stop after stop. I mean, I thought I was witnessing 2011 Tim Thomas in disguise, because that's what he was playing like. We're just peppering the net all game long, and he just kept on robbing him. Bruins stayed in the game, and then once it got into overtime, Charlie Coyle broke away from the defense, scored on Vasilevsky, and, you know, that's your game. Would that have happened if 3-on-3 wasn't a thing in overtime? Probably not, but it is. You gotta deal with it. So, yeah, I do think this was definitely up there for one of the more impressive Bruins wins this year, just because the Bruins defense is their main weakness right now, but this was one of those rare occasions where the defense played phenomenal, and Allmark especially.
Yeah. Alright, next up. I skipped accidentally. Canadiens left wing Jonathan Drouin will miss 3 to 4 months with a right wrist injury.
Oh, sucks. He just can't stay healthy, and that's unfortunate because Drouin was, I think he was having a decent year when healthy, so just kind of unfortunate there. He's back with the injury bug.
Maple Leafs have clinched the playoff spot for the 6th consecutive season as they defeat the Canadiens, the Canadiens 3-2, I should say.
First round exit, baby! I'm loving it! The first round exit's back in store!
Okay.
And the guy in the comments agrees with me, attaboy!
The Rangers clinched the playoff spot as they defeat the Senators 5-1. And Carter got 50 goals.
Yeah, Chris Carter.
You know what? Let's give it up to Chris Carter. 50 goals.
That was impressive. Rangers in the playoffs. I mean, with Shesterkin playing as good as he has all season, there's no surprise there. It's going to be interesting to see the Rangers in the playoffs. I think right now they're playing Pittsburgh if the season ended tomorrow, which would be a fantastic series. So I can't wait to see what the Rangers do.
Yeah. Dylan Holloway and Owen Power are both selected into their April Cups list from Buffalo and Edmonton. And Owen Power, this dude right here, signed a 3-year ELC. And you know what? I understand that Owen Power is in Buffalo right now. I get it. He should be in Rochester for more development.
Rochester, he's not, and they just want to get him ready for the NHL when they call him up full time next year. I wouldn't necessarily worry about that. Owen Power this year, he has 1 assist in 4 games. What are you gonna do?
Nothing. But don't worry. It was Caps and Bruins. Unfortunately, I went to that game, but Vitek Vanacek redeemed himself 4-2.
That was a good game. It was. I mean, I've got nothing to say other than the Bruins defense they could have played better. They didn't. And Washington just clamped down the Bruins, kept it in their end. Allmark, again, played really well. This time, unfortunately, it wasn't good enough for the win, where Vanacek just played slightly better. You know, Taylor Hall had a chance in the third period. Brad Marchand had a chance in that third period. They didn't capitalize. And clearly, Washington looked like the bad team at the end of the day.
Yeah. Alright, next, Matty Beniers is now a crackhead since he signed a 3-year ELC, and he's also on that April Cubs list. And you know what? We should give him a round of applause because he got his first NHL goal.
Glad he did. He did get his first goal. Was it 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
And now Mr. Oscar Steen re-signed for 2 years.
I'm happy. I love me some Oscar Steen. Oh yeah, here, but you know what? He's played all right. He is an amazing first liner down there in Providence. Hope to see him on the 4th line full time next season. All right, I think I'd rather give Steen a shot than re-sign Curtis Lazar. But listen, I won't complain about this. Steen's solid for what he brings.
And 2 more posts, you'll cue your favorite song, Grant.
Oh,
But
boy.
Bobby Brink signed a 3-year ELC from Boston College. Oh, and also speaking from Boston College, Patrick Giles signed with the Florida Panthers. And he's also from Maryland, so yeah, he's now a Charlotte Checker. And now, Grant, you can go nuts because Mr. Jordan Stahl recorded a hat trick as he helped the Hurricanes defeat the Anaheim Ducks 5-1. You gotta love some brass bonanza.
Always gotta love some brass bonanza.
And fun fact about Grant's brass bonanza is that it used to be his phone alarm.
Yeah, it was my ringtone for a long time, but now it's the Office theme, which is kind of
Oh wow!
yeah. I just have good ringtones. What can I say?
Yeah. Or your ringtone should have been the Craig Smith overtime goal in the morning, like when you have to wake up from
I
school.
wake up in the morning to Craig Smith the wraparound. You wake me up every day. That would be the definition of waking yourself up.
Yes. All right, now it's time for story time.
Oh boy.
2 years ago today, and 2 years ago on April 11th.
Monday.
Yeah, last Monday, Colby Cave passed away from a brain bleed.
Yeah, this sucks. So sad.
But do you want to know what's about time? They officially retired the number 25 at the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
Why did it take you this long? Providence. Should have done it years ago, but that's neither here nor there. You should have literally done it last season, but it's okay. They finally did it. No one wore his 25 since he passed away, so I guess no harm was done, and they're finally doing the proper thing. And you know, I just want to quickly say a little shout out to Emma Cave, who's obviously dealt with the pass away. You know, she is tremendously strong, you know, mentally to deal with all that situation and, you know, losing your loved one at, what was it, 4 years old. And just for her to continue to just try to find positive stuff in her life and reach out to a lot of Kobe's friends and, you know, get the support she needs, I think that's absolutely fantastic. So tip my cap to her and obviously wish her the best of luck in the future, because obviously dealing with something like this even 2 years after the fact, it's not going to be easy, but
yeah,
I give her a lot of credit.
Yeah, like I'm glad that the Bruins finally did to retire his number, because we've been saying that for 2 years.
Yeah.
Ever since we started the show, we've been saying retire Colby Cave's number 25 at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, and it's about time that they did. And even better, they did it 2 years on the day his passing. So, I mean, like, I think like from last year, if I was not mistaken, that they ended before, like days before his passing, his 1 year anniversary passing. So I would say that would make sense, to do that. Do it on schedule. Now, Drew Doughty will be out for the remainder of the season due to a upper body injury. Successfully wrist surgery.
Nah, it was wrist surgery. And Drew Doughty, man, he was having a pretty good year as well. 31 points in 39 games. Kings are going to need him for the playoff run. That's lovely that he's out.
Mm-hmm. Next, I guess.
No, just sucks.
Yeah. Malkin has been suspended for 4 games for cross-checking Mark Borowiecki. That's his pronunciation.
Yeah,
Borowiecki. Not Borowicki, not Borowaki.
It's Borowiecki.
Borowiecki.
Not looking at the name. That's neither here nor there. 4 games is this is literally no more than a fine.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous! NHL again suspension happy before the playoffs, and I'm not liking that.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? You think this was worth 4? I think if anything, it was worth 1 and fine. What do you think?
I would say like a fine,
Yeah.
$1,000 fine, because if you get suspended 4 games, you would look at his history. If he has cross-checked or done like check history or like with his stick history, basically.
Yep.
And now, Garrett Burnett has passed away at the age of 46. Played with the Ducks and Stars, and you, my friend, did not mention the Danbury Trashers, the greatest hockey team in all of North America.
I got nothing on that one, but thoughts and prayers go out to Burnett. Unfortunate situation, man. 43 is young, Yeah, or rather 46, excuse me, is very young and just obviously sucks what happened there. Happened unexpectedly. And yeah, that's just awful. Thoughts and prayers go out to his family.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna play a certain song. Hold on. I'm gonna play a song for the Flyers.
Okay.
Congratulations, Flyers! You really want to try to beat the Capitals? Well, guess what? You lost 9-2. 9-2, and guess what? Connor Sherry, not only he scored a goal, he ended Katahat's night.
And it's a beat down. Can't say I'm surprised. And now Hart's probably injured for the rest of the year.
Oh, and also, not to mention, Matt Irwin finally scored a goal.
Oh, Matt Irwin. You're talking about the former Bruin Matt Irwin. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whatever. Good for Matt Irwin.
I wish you missed Matt Irwin. You miss Matt Irwin down in Boston? Do you need him so bad?
I don't. I mean, he might be better than Derek Forbott, but I'm not complaining.
Alright, cool.
Hey, at least they got rid of John Moore. That's all I'm happy about regarding Bruin moves on the defense.
Yes. And the Sabres, once again, defeated the Maple Leafs 5-2, and that's more like a first round exit incoming.
And it's an embarrassment. Maple Leafs are not going. They're not doing good anymore, guys. I try to tell them every year. They're a regular season team, and until you win a playoff series, nothing's going to change my mind on that. Win a playoff series. Right now, blowing 5-1 leads to the Panthers, losing to the Senators earlier on in the year, can't beat Buffalo. I mean, what are you doing here? What are you doing?
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so now we're gonna go in audio mode because we have a picture that we want to show you, and then we gotta cue the crickets.
Oh, boy.
This might be the rarest thing that we ever seen. The last time that we saw was Andrew Fance's goal celebration.
Oh,
And
getting a fine from Grant for not blocking out the yeah, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alex is getting the Powerskate fine of $0.00.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Do you know what?
You should have censored the picture, but listen, you're gonna get fined for that. I think it's so stupid, but I kind of get what the league's applying. Listen, it was worth every penny to Hartman. What can I say? I don't necessarily blame the guy. It was towards Evander Kane, okay?
Yes, it was Ryan Hartman. And he's giving me some fancy points for that.
Oh, is he now? You get a +1.
For doing that.
Next.
Yeah, next. John Beecher is now in Beantown getting ready to mob the whole entire state of Massachusetts.
Again, another reason why Curtis Lazar is gone next year. Woo-hoo. Nothing against Curtis Lazar. He's just literally like the one Bruin I want them to get rid of right now. They have Seed and free trade to go now. I don't think there's a need to keep a lot of these guys on the fourth line. I would even try to trade Nick Foligno once the offseason comes around, but they probably won't do that. But yeah, just hopefully he does well. I want him to play in Providence first, though. But
Yeah, I think that's like a good idea.
yeah, but he's probably getting called up to the Bruins sometime next year.
Yeah. All right. Now Mark Stone is back as they put Lauren Brossois, Will Carrier, and Mr. Nolan Patrick on LTIR.
You lose 3 to gain 1. Makes sense to me.
Alright, now we got some interesting news. Michael Misa, who was supposed to be drafted in the 2023 OHL draft, he was granted an exceptional status from the OHL, and he will be drafted this upcoming draft as he recorded 20 points in 7 games as he surpassed Connor McDavid in the OHL Cup.
20 points in 7 games? That's incredible. Congrats.
Alright, Grant. Well, since now we got some Winter Classic matchups, I guess Fenway Park is going to sing Sweet Caroline
Yeah.
live at Fenway Park because the Pittsburgh Penguins will also be involved. And Boston, Massachusetts. So Grant, what do you got?
Well, I've already given my input on this a few times. This was the projected matchup. I'm so glad it's happening. Bruins, Penguins for the first time ever in an outdoor game at Fenway Park. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully Bruins will win for my sake. But I'm expecting a good game. I obviously can't give a prediction for it now. That would be absurd. But, you know, it's gonna be a pretty good game. I think Jeremy Swayman versus Tristan Jarry will be the goalie matchup, and we're gonna have ourselves a nice outdoor game that hopefully won't result in a blowout. So,
And also it will be on January 2nd, so that means you and I will do a Winter Classic matchup. Well, if you're available for next year.
yeah, it's good. It's on the. It's good. It's not on the first. I'm always busy January 1st, but the second, that's good. I might be able to commentate that, and that makes me happy. And obviously, we'll do it here on Powerskate.
Yes. We got our return. We got our nostalgia of the week. Magnus Hellberg is back as he signed a 1-year deal with the Detroit Red Wings.
He has not played in the NHL since 2017 with the Rangers. That's crazy. Maybe he'll play with Detroit next year. I mean, I doubt it. He's been in Russia for the past 4 years. I don't really know what he's going to do. He's 31 years old, but hey, we'll see what happens with him.
Yeah. Two more, and then you got a special brass bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
Tarasenko scored 3 goals and 2 assists in St. Louis 6-2 over the Sabres. And don't mind if I do. I gotta do the crickets first, and then you can do your brass bonanza.
All right, sounds good.
All right, go ahead.
You got shut up by the goalie you traded for pennies. I don't feel bad. I just don't feel bad.
He stops. Oh my God! The wraparound. It's over. And the Red Wings beat Hurricanes. And Don Waddell gets the wake-up call. No, Don Waddell has took a nap and Alex Nedeljkovic has answered the wake-up call. Oh my!
I mean, where is scoring a wraparound here? But okay.
So yeah.
Well, going about Detroit. It's probably Detroit's best win all year. That's also kind of why I decided to post it.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna be back. We have a tribute to share with our returning nostalgia of the week. We got 2 videos, so we will be back soon.
I think the biggest thing about Mike is obviously he's a good skater, he's a great puck handler, but I think his biggest asset is different types of shots that he has.
500, Mike Bossy.
Mike is a great anticipator of the situations out there, and he gets himself in a good scoring position.
Scores! Wow, Bossy.
When I started in the National Hockey League, I wanted to be the best player that I could possibly be, and I've worked in that vein ever since I started.
Islanders again on that left wing. It's Trottier in over the line. He's working the goal over, but they shoot. They score! Bossy, what a magnificent setup that was.
For an all-time great, he could still get a little lost in the shuffle, overlooked at times. Despite being a key component of one of the greatest dynasties in NHL history.
Fed it right in front of Bossy. Scores!
But ask yourself one question. Has there ever been a more pure and proficient goal scorer than Mike Bossy? Then look at the numbers and ask yourself again.
And it's 2-on-1. Trottier with Bossy. What more can you ask?
Bossy grew up in Montreal and was a prodigy from the beginning. As a 5-year-old, he once scored 23 goals in a single game. Playing junior hockey in Laval, he scored 308 goals in 4 full seasons and took a beating every game as opposing teams and their coaches tried to neutralize his skills inside or outside the rules. It was a battle that Bossy would be forced to fight for the rest of his career. Some pro scouts discounted Bossy's scoring stats in the offense-heavy QMJHL and wondered whether he had the strength and durability to survive playing against men in an NHL that was much more predatory than it is today. That skepticism prevailed on draft day in 1977. His hometown Montreal Canadiens passed on him with their first pick. The New York Islanders held the number 15 pick, and Bill Torrey never imagined Bossy would be available there.
The timing was right for us. We had built a pretty solid defensive team. We had built a team that was strong up front from a size standpoint, but we did lack someone who could put the puck in the net on a consistent basis.
I told them if I was to play regular, I was going to go out and get 50 goals. Once I got to training camp, that confidence just kept on building.
At his first training camp, Bossy was matched with a gifted young center named Bryan Trottier and an intimidating power forward named Clark Gillies. They became the Trio Grande. From their inception, one of the best lines in the sport.
Clark Gillies on the wing to Trottier going for the goal. They score! And that was set up beautifully by Gillies in the slot, moving it across the line, over to Trottier, then to Bossy.
Gillies, centering it. Bossy scores!
In his first season, Bossy broke the rookie goal-scoring record and won the Calder Trophy. In January 1981, he became the first player since Rocket Richard to score 50 goals in his first 50 games. Hitting the mark in dramatic fashion, scoring twice in the final 5 minutes of the third period in front of an ecstatic crowd at the Nassau Coliseum.
Right to Trottier to Bossy. Shoots. He scores! Mike Bossy has his 50th goal. A standing ovation. 50 for Bossy. Off the bench come the entire New York Islander team.
In each of his first 9 seasons, Bossy scored at least 50 goals. Wayne Gretzky only managed to do it 8 times in a row.
To Mike Bossy, what a shooter he's turned out to be in his brief career in the NHL.
His Islanders won 4 consecutive Stanley Cups and a remarkable 19 straight playoff series. By any measure, one of the greatest dynasties in the history of hockey.
Trottier in full play with Bossy. It's a 2-on-1.
Even in his 10th and final season in the NHL, crippled by back injuries, Bossy scored 38 goals in 63 games. But by then, the pain was so intense that Trottier had to help him lace up his skates.
I didn't want to go out and only play half the games because of my bad back. Not playing the way that I knew that I could was just discouraged me to the point where I said, I'm not going to play anymore.
It's tempting to think about what might have been had Bossy been able to play out a long and healthy career. Instead, like Bobby Orr's, Mike Bossy's career was greatness abridged and perhaps greatness magnified. But for a few games at the end, we never saw less than his best.
No one has given me more pleasure. No one is any better. The greatest is here on Long Island. Number 22, Mike Bossy.
You are not getting inside.
I always had a lot of confidence. When I negotiated my contract with Bill Torrey, they weren't offering me enough money, so my agent said, why don't you tell him you're going to score 50 goals?
Michael turned to me and he said, what is a 50-goal scorer worth to you? And I said, are you telling me you're going to score 50?
He sort of looked at me and said, yeah, maybe you should make the team first before you say you're going to score 50 goals.
Mike Bossy, the purest goal scorer of his generation, averaged an NHL record .76 goals per game during his relatively brief 10-season career. Drafted 15th overall in 1977 by the New York Islanders, expectations were high for the Montreal native.
When Mike came in, we certainly had heard all about his offensive prowess in the Quebec League. Set all kinds of scoring records.
He had the big afro hair, and he looked like a skinny kid, but he was incredibly well developed. We had a couple of years where we were tough to score against, but we just didn't have that dynamic offensive side to us. And there came Mike Bossy.
I knew once I made the Islanders, if I could just play with the right people, I could score.
At Bossy's first training camp, Coach Al Arbor paired him with center Brian Trottier. Together they blossomed, remaining line mates for much of the next decade.
Brian befriended me, and everything just started to fall in place.
Probably my best friend on the team, like for 10 years. We roomed together.
They tried to separate us once, and we made sure that we were back together.
They always knew where the other guy was going to be.
For Trottier, going in, 2-on-1, shoots the
If Trutch is in the corner and he's got his head down and he ends up getting the puck, he knew where Bossy was going to be without looking.
You need that chemistry. You need that one guy or those two guys that are going to push and pull each other, and we did that.
Bossy made good on his promise to Bill Torrey, scoring a then-record 53 goals as a rookie, winning the Calder. He scored 69 goals during his second campaign, his first of 5 60-plus goal seasons.
One mistake on Michael Bossy is one goal against. He had an uncanny ability to get open.
How do you defend a guy like that?
How you change, get off the ice.
He had a terrific shot. He had a cannon of a shot, accurate, and he could change it up.
He could go top corner. He could go between the legs. He could go either corner on the ice.
One day I said, boss, what are you thinking on your breakaways? And he said, when I come down, I look 5-hole, and I actually take my blade of the stick and take the puck and turn it on its side to see if I can put it through the 5-hole, through his pads. To this day, I've never seen anybody that could do that or has tried to do that.
On January 24th, 1981, Bossy stood poised to equal a record that, at the time, had only been achieved by the Montreal Canadiens legend Maurice the Rocket Richard. 50 goals in 50 games.
I ended up having 48 goals in 47 games and didn't score in the next 2 games, so I went into the 50th game needing to get 2 goals. First 2 periods without a goal, and finally I picked up a rebound on a power play we had, scored 49, and then a broken play.
That spring, the Islanders won their second to 4 consecutive Stanley Cups. During their dynasty, Bossy led playoff goal scorers for 3 straight postseasons, scoring cup-winning goals twice, and was awarded the Conn Smythe Trophy in 1982. Beginning with his rookie year, Bossy scored more than 50 goals for an astounding 9 consecutive seasons, an NHL record that might never be broken. The only time he didn't scale such statistical heights was in his final season, when he was diminished by a chronic back injury that would lead to his early retirement at age 30.
I didn't want to be ordinary. I didn't want to go out and only play half the games because of my bad back. Not playing the way that I knew that I could was just discouraged me to the point where I said, I'm not going to play anymore.
His career might have been cut short, but while he was on the ice, few dominated like Mike Bossy.
We gotta give it up to Mike Bossy on an amazing NHL career.
Unfortunately, he did have that long battle with lung cancer, and just so unfortunate he had to pass away at 65 last week. That was really sad, but you know what? He's in a peaceful place now, and for sure, without a question, not only one of the best NHL players of all time from the 1970s, but he left his impact on the sport to thousands of people who either watch it or play it today. So, you know what? I'd say that it was pretty successful in the end. Obviously, NHL Hall of Famer. Thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family.
Yeah, Mike Bossy definitely had an NHL career. We never see him play, but from heights we knew that when he had that 50 goals in 50 games type, he had that momentum that he's already been the greatest goal scorers in his generation. Brian Elliott has re-signed to the Lightning with a 1-year, $900,000 deal.
Cool. Next.
Next, all right.
Backup goalie. We ain't got time to talk about him right now.
Yeah. Former ECHL right wing Lance Galbraith has passed away at the age of 42 due to a car accident.
That's just unfortunate. Car accidents can be scary, of course, and it just sucks.
Yeah. And we gotta give it up to the Islanders for shut-outing the Fraud Canadiens 3-0.
Yeah. I mean, they had to win after Bossy's passing.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, it would have been sad if they didn't.
Yeah.
At least they did that. I give the Islanders credit.
And do you also want to talk about the memorial logo that they put on their jerseys?
Yeah, here's the deal with that. It was rushed. It does not look good because you only have the number of Giles and Bossy. Here's what you do. You put them on the patch. You put the patches on the shoulders. Don't put 1, I think it was 9, and then 22.
Yeah.
White circles in black text. Not even in orange text. It doesn't look great. And you're talking about 2 franchise icons. were part of your only cup wins ever. Gotta fix that.
And also, from in the 18-19 season, they had a memorial patch with Bill Torrey, who was the architect, and Charles B. Wong, who was the owner. They put Charles B. Wong patches on the chest, and they put Bill Torrey's patch on the shoulders, because they knew that they would not have room to do it on the front. Like, how about this? Would it even make sense to redesign the memorial logo, put like 9 and 2 and 22 all in one logo? That
makes sense. It would certainly not tick as many people off, probably.
Yeah. Alright, next. The Bruins are heading to the playoffs.
Yeah, they are. What a win it was. It's Jeremy Swayman, man. I tip my cap to you. Played a great third period, kid, because you're going to be dealing with that all playoffs long. Pittsburgh is a playoff caliber team. Bruins needed to win this one. They do. They're in the playoffs, and well deserved, honestly. This team plays with heart. I love them, and they deserve to make the playoffs this year, in my opinion.
Yeah. Alright, now we got some jersey rumors. So there are rumors regarding from the Vegas Golden Knights that Bill Foley has confirmed that there will be a new third jersey coming, and there's a possibility from the idea that the gold jersey could be their permanent home jersey.
I don't know if I like that. I don't think I do. If that's their full-time home jersey, it's not as bad as I originally thought it was, which is good, but for me to sit here and say, yeah, you can use this as a full-time jersey, no, I can't. I can't. It's good for what it is, but to use it as a full-time jersey, I wouldn't.
And I've also heard that they may bring back their first reverse retro, but they're gonna like switch things up a little on that jersey.
That would be fine.
Yeah.
Just too yellow, I think, to say a full-time jersey, in my opinion.
Yeah. Jared Spurgeon has helped the Wild defeat the Sharks 5-4 in overtime. And do you know what that means? We're going to see Marco Rossi play in his first Stanley Cup playoff season.
Oh man, Minnesota's fun to watch. They're a good underdog to keep an eye out for the rest of the way. They're either a one and done or they're making the Western Conference Finals. I don't think there's really an in-between there. They're going to be an interesting team to look over. I think they're going to do pretty well. I wish them best of luck. Good luck, Minnesota.
Yeah. Alright. We got 4 more. So the Kraken have added former NFL running back Marshawn Lynch and song artist Macklemore as minority owners.
That's good for the town of Seattle. That's for sure. You know, it's good to, have the popular figures represent the new franchise. Macklemore obviously made the hit song, The Ceiling Can't Hold Us in Thrift Shop. And, of course, Marshawn Lynch is a future NFL Hall of Fame running back. And, for them to be there already so involved in the Seattle community, why not have them represent their new hockey team? I give a lot of credit for that. Doing it for the fan base, which I like.
Yes. Now we got 3 more news, and in the next post we gotta do crickets pretty much more than 5 times.
Yeah.
So there will be a hockey game in Wichita between the St. Louis Blues and the Arizona Coyotes.
It's just like, man, look at what you do, Arizona. Look at what you do. Now we're playing games in Wichita because you just can't find a home. And they are very lucky they're trying this for preseason and not as an actual game during the regular season.
Yeah. So I hope Arizona is like exploring for options.
They definitely aren't. That's what's sad. Is that they probably aren't.
Yeah. But now we gotta do the crickets. Let me do it one more time. And then we gotta do one more sound effect. Crowd. Hold on. Crowd, you can laugh if you want. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, quiet. Alright. Hobie Baker Awards winner Dre McKay has accepted a 6-month suspension from the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency for a positive test banned substance Osterin.
Just sucks. Kind of tainted his award. Definitely could have potentially ruined his draft stock, but you know, only time will tell on how much of an impact the suspension really will. Is he going to get drafted? Obviously. It's just you're going to have to be more aware of his issues now.
Yeah. And now finally, to end it off on a good note. Hold on a second. You see, I should have worn it, but do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You see this jersey right here?
That's a good looking jersey.
It's coming back next year as the reverse retro jersey. What am I hoping for? Great question, you may ask. I've saw like concepts, which I think we could discuss on future shows. They're thinking to do a black base reverse retro and have the bronze look and the blue striping that they have.
Yeah, no, I think this is fantastic. Hopefully they like actually bring back these jerseys. And as much as I hate to say it, I don't know why they don't go back to the Screaming Eagle as their full-time logo. I mean, that just looks much better than Capitals with the hockey stick, you know? I would love if these were the full-time logo again.
Yeah, like when I saw that it's return, I thought this would be their permanent logo.
Yeah, I think that might be the next step. They just want to slowly, kind of gradually bring it back first, which I guess isn't a bad idea marketing-wise.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm glad that they're bringing it back. I was pretty much expecting since they were like the fastest selling reverse retros from last year, so yeah, I could not complain with that.
Right.
All right. Well, season 5, episode 6 is in the books. We finally caught up to where we need to be, and hopefully next week will be everything back to normal as far as I'm concerned with time. If not, then we may do a pre-record and then we'll have it be out the time that we need. So yeah, with that, do you guys want to follow personal social media Channel links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow the Powerskate Show for news, updates when we go live, and all that good stuff? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow Great Fluff from Fluff's Sports Zone for daily sports news? Links will be in the description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and everything else that you need. And also our merch.
Yeah.
So yeah, Grant, would you like to add anything before we head out? Oh, and also, I was looking at our funny outro, and I was like, do we have anyone? Is your security guards all set to protect you?
Well, hope everyone has a great night. It's good to do Powerskate again.
Yeah.
It really is. Not being able to do an episode for 3 weeks was definitely kind of a change because we're so used to doing it weekly. Even during the off season, we managed to squeeze in an episode every week, and that was our first true long break of not being able to film Powerskate since we began the show. So we're glad you guys are able to stick with us. And I guess I can end today's video by saying I am a New Jersey Devils bandwagon. One of my band.
Oh!
No, I'm kidding. Hold on.
That might get clipped.
There we go. That's better.
Oh. Oh god. That might get clipped.
I'm like, what is there in a bandwagon? I have no idea. I just have the hat. Let's make a joke.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you forgot to do your job. Alright, yeah,
We're truly in an episode of Seinfeld over here.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And we'll see you guys on Season 5, Episode 7. Have a good night, everybody. And we'll see you guys next time.